Okay, let's talk about Hashimoto's. If you have Hashimoto's or have elevated TSH lab markers and you are feeling exhausted, you are gaining weight, maybe you have cold hands, cold feet, maybe you're taking medication, but you still have all these symptoms, definitely stay here and watch this video. So, one important thing that I want you to understand is that Hashimoto's is not necessarily a thyroid problem. It's an immune system problem. It is considered an autoimmune disease. And most labs only check for TSH, but that does not give us the full story. So, what's actually causing it? Chronic inflammation, gut permeability, often called leaky gut. There's also nutrient deficiencies like low vitamin D, low selenium, low iron. And a huge one that I notice to the patients that I talk to is unresolved stress. Oftentimes, there was a stressful event that happened when symptoms started to show up. All of that basically keeps your immune system at high alert, often attacking the thyroid over and over. Now, when you see higher TSH, which stands for thyroid stimulating hormone, when you see elevated numbers, that means that your thyroid is underactive and your cells, when we think about the cellular level, they are not responding well to thyroid signals. So, if they're not responding well to thyroid signals, your body is still going to do what it thinks it needs to do by shouting louder and louder, more thyroid, which in turn creates these symptoms of fatigue, sometimes hair loss, cold intolerances. But if you're only getting a TSH blood panel, you are missing critical pieces of the story. So let's talk about some blood work and some blood panels that can be helpful. Okay, so for blood panels, I want you to ask your doctor or look into getting blood panels, specifically your TPO antibodies. This is going to determine if you actually have Hashimoto's. Okay, if you're kind of uncertain your TSH is just high, you also need to check your ferritin levels, your inflammation markers, and your vitamin D. Here's the thing that I've noticed. You can be in range on paper or your labs could be normal, but if you still feel really bad or off, something is still wrong at the root. So if those levels are imbalanced, then what could potentially be happening is that your body isn't converting or absorbing what it needs at the cellular level. So let me share some natural ways you can support your body. Now, I'm not telling you to stop your medication. Again, I'm not a doctor. That would be up to you and your doctor, but there are natural ways to support your body. So let's get into it. So, for your gut health, you have to start cutting out foods that are going to trigger inflammation. So, look into an anti inflammatory diet or Google anti inflammatory foods. That's the first step that you could take. Also, a lot of women with Hashimoto's need to cut dairy and gluten. This is often a very big trigger. And add things like bone broth and fermented foods to help repair the gut lining. And on the nutrient side, one of the reasons I want you to get a blood panel so you can determine, are you low in vitamin D? Are you low in ferritin? If you are, then you have true reasons to start getting some nutrients back into your diet because you know. So, wherever you are depleted, if it's iron, you need to get more iron. You need selenium and zinc. Those both support thyroid health. Also, about 80% of your conversion from T4 to T3, which is active thyroid hormone, happens in the liver. So, liver health is really important as well. So, choline, choline is great because it supports liver health. And you can find choline in like eggs, especially the egg yolks, cruciferous vegetables. So, incorporate that into your diet as well. Oh, and vitamin D. If you're low in vitamin D, please, please make sure your vitamin D ranges are on point because vitamin D is the main hormone that regulates your immune system, plus over 1,000 other genes. So make sure your vitamin D levels are where they need to be. And I'm sure many of you already know that stress literally fuels autoimmune flares. So you have to regulate your nervous system. Get rest. Say no when you know you don't feel like it, okay? Take walks, do breath work. All of this matters to help regulate your nervous system. Now, if you need support with regulating your nervous system, I created a toolkit called the Root Cause Clarity Kit. It's specifically made to help you get out of survival mode into healing mode. Because if you're constantly in fight or flight, or if you have unresolved stress in your body, that makes it even harder for your body to heal. So if you want the details on my root cause clarity kit, drop kit in the comments or send me a DM and I will send you the information. Now, I hope this information was helpful. Again, I'm Coach Jamila, your root cause wellness strategist, and I'm wishing each of you good health. Peace.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?